we're looking to have refresh our brand. Need some help on our website. Is this something you guys would be interested in? And we had done a couple of projects for some bigger brands that I think kind of set the stage for us. So we were looking at each other like, I cannot believe how amazing this opportunity is. This 100-year-old pencil factory that like can really use our help, and like you start to imagine what that should feel like and look like. So she replies to this email, and I read it, and I was like, you got to take some of the exclamation points out of this thing. Like, we got to act like we've been there before. Like, let's dial it back. But we are super excited. We're super excited about just the opportunity. And so that's how we got started with them. And we went down there to the factory and visited with those guys, and just got a sense of like, it was exactly as magical as you hope it would be. And so
Was this at
developing.
this point where had the partnership started, or were you still sort of getting to know each other, or?
I mean, we kind of put a quick proposal together, of like, here's how we can help with just a kind of simple like branding, and we'll help you with your website. And that was kind of it. And they said, okay, let's do it. So we were on board and going down there to kind of you know learn about the place a little bit. And the story I always like to tell is they handed me this box. It was just like a cardboard FedEx box full of old photos. Like, these are photos from the 30s and 40s. Some of them were like digitized on CDs that I couldn't like necessarily access anymore. Some of them had never been scanned and like archived before. So I got back home with that box of these old photos. It was like, this is very precious. Like, this is the history of this company in a lot of ways. So that was like one of the first things I did was just scan those old photos, and that story started to seed some of the social media work that we did, and that whole process was about how do we kind of resurface and tell the heritage story of the brand alongside some of the kind of refreshing of some of the packaging and products and things like that.
Wow, wow. So it seems like it's fairly full scoped in terms of the kind of soup to nuts um, partnership, in terms of the creativity, like everything from social media, in terms of content, brand identity update. Is that true? Or if
Yeah,
not,
that's pretty accurate. I mean, we did that project, and then there was just like kind of clearly more work to be done. So we kind of rearranged the relationship to just have a kind of ongoing, partnership. And and so we manage their social media. We don't do that for any other clients. We just have like kind of always that's kind of always been our baby. Help with website updates. We've done a lot of packaging design, some product development type stuff. Tons of photography. I mean, just it's pretty much like full service creative, I guess, direction and execution of the kind of public facing brand of Musgrave.